Hello everybody. So today the Lincoln Town Car Guy decided to take a little nature break. And the reason for that is, all my content so far has been, cars, V8, power, fixing, more cars. Never really take time and opportunity to enjoy stuff that does not require engines or anything. So today I am in Story Park, or actually Lake Story Park, I think it's called. It's near my work when I commute to Galesburg, Illinois. And I'm kind of exploring these paths here in the park. Looks like there's a caution sign there. And I'm near a lake. You can kind of see the lake there, but haven't gotten to it yet. So we're going to be traversing the trail here. And we're going to see where it leads us. Now, the one thing that I don't enjoy in all this are all the insects. Yeah, not a big fan of insects. Anything that kind of buzzes around and especially bites you or lands on you. But I understand it's all part of nature. Look at these mushrooms that are just growing. Yep. So let's check it out. Let's look at some nature. Now, not quite sure how steady this thing is. Actually, not very steady. Now, oh God, there's so many flying things here. Look at that. But yeah, it's been a while since I've been in a park, in a forest. It's not really a forest. Let's see. All right. Well, we're near water. Oh, wow. Look how beautiful it is. So let's see. Okay. This is interesting. Now, it would be cool if at the end of it there would be, like a Cadillac or a town car at the end of this path. but if no cars are involved, that would be fine too. Oh, check this out. So this is where it led me. And it kind of, so there you go. This is where fishermen kind of come to fish. Now, I'm not into fishing. I don't think I ever fished. Not seriously, at least. All right, there's a heart or a bee or something. Let's see, where else? Oh, wow. Not quite sure what this marking means. Let's see, let's go up a little. Looks like there's another path a little higher too. Whoop. Okay, seems steady enough. Huh. Wow, so much green. Now, it does pain me to find, trash, even in places like this. It's like, come on, just pick up after yourself. What's in it to you? All right, so it looks like more of the same. All right, I'll try and find maybe a better access point to this lake so I can show you. All right, so we're out of the wilderness, a bit closer to what us city folks probably enjoy the most. Kind of, where you're not too close to civilization, but also not too far. I think somewhere around this corner there should be a nice view of this lake, which is beautiful. I mean, I am enjoying. And today's not too hot, not too cold, no humidity. Whoever left this bubble wrap is not a good person. And there we go, look at this. Wow. If there was ever a Kodak moment, I think this is it. Kind of a nice wide opening. There's some houses there too. I'm not sure if it's like some sort of a golf course or I don't know what it is. I mean, obviously I'm not from around here, but it's this type of view that kind of gets me excited. Also the birds singing, chirping. Oh, that goodness. Oh, somebody's on a bike. Now, I will talk about a car in this video as well, so it's not all lost, because obviously I got here somehow, but also wanted to, you know, take a nature break, which I highly advise everybody does. Just explore it. Whatever town you're near, whatever state you're in. Oh wow, look at that. There's a look at that dragonfly. All right. There you go. All right, we'll see you at the car. All right, well, one last thing before we get to the car. Let's look at this view. Whoa, there's a giant insect. Yeah, that's the one thing that I don't really have a whole lot of tolerance for, is the buzzing insects. And I understand not all of them are out to get me, but still, nonetheless. Look at that. Wow. Now, right next to it, I have to point this out. Now, if an occasional piece of trash on the floor, I can understand. Like, this is deliberate, right? Like, somebody had to put it up there. Not a bird or an animal did that. And if stuff like this, you know, can be contributed to an accident, you know, or stuff like that, stuff that's deliberate just pisses me off. All right, so going back into the civilization and the car that I wanted to talk about, it's the same car that I posted a few videos on it already, and it's that Volkswagen Jetta. I tell you, I'm very pleasantly surprised by that car, and the reason for that is because it's not very expensive overall, but it is very pleasant. It's very fast to drive. Like, I called it zippy before, but you know, I took it to some backcountry roads, and this thing is not bad at all. I mean, look at this. I mean, it's a little dusty right now because I've been driving it. There's a lot of, you know, there's a few roads that are like gravel roads like this, but I mean, man, this thing is pretty good. Now, I would like to maybe test drive the fully loaded version of this car, but you know, just the way it sits right now, I mean, very pleasant experience. Now, I was pleasantly surprised at the spark because it wasn't as tossable as I thought it would be. But man, this thing, like, I keep driving it, and the more I drive it, the more I like it. Now, not to say that I'm going to be trading in my town car for this. It's not what I'm saying. But at the same time, if I am ever going to get another Jetta, I will not be disappointed. Now, this is considered a standard size car in their lineup. Oh, well, you see, I'm taking out my keys thinking that it's something that I need to do, but you can kind of see that I don't have to, because it does have everything I need and kind of nothing I don't, except for these seats. I've never sweated before as much in a car with good working AC. Nor have I ever had enough warnings as a, you know, yeah, like this. Like, I mean, this stuff is just hilarious to me. But, you know, gotta take in the good with the bad. And honestly, this car has a lot more good than it does bad. So, I know. Yeah, not gonna go too much in details because I already have videos on that. But, you know, combined with our nature brake right there, you can kind of see all over the place. Combined with some of the bugs, I mean, overall, man, I understand now why people have this whole German car obsession, where they want their BMWs, their Volkswagens in some cases, their Mercedes. You know, if all of them kind of drive like this, you know, it makes it very pleasant. And yes, it has a few things here and there. I already talked about the seats. It has a weird light that tells you gotta press the brake. A whole bunch of buttons that don't really make a whole lot of sense to me, even though I've been driving it already for like 3 days. You know, overall, if you're gonna rent a car, yeah, and if you need this size of a car, rent a Jetta. You're gonna enjoy it. All right, folks, we'll see you next time.